Last year, I had an interview for a really big project I wanted to do. Because I'm a bit of a control freak, I wanted to be prepared for every possible question I could get. So I was ready to answer questions like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or tell me about your biggest weaknesses and strength. Or tell me about your biggest failure and how you dealt with it. I got asked most of these questions, but I also got asked one question I never expected to get. What piece of clothes would you want to be in your team? Now, if you are anything like me, you would have been confused and you would have just stared at the interviewer for a good 10 seconds thinking, did he really just ask me that? Why did he ask me that? And what the heck am I supposed to say now? Unfortunately, it was not a joke, and so I had to quickly come up with something. So I blurted out the first thing that came to my mind, an underwear. The obvious following question was why? Like it was not embarrassing enough already. And not to mention that the whole interview was recorded. So just great. But what's really funny about our brain is that when I was asked this question, I didn't have anything on my mind. I just said the first random word that came into my head. But when I was supposed to explain it, it just came to me like this. So I told them that I think that the underwear creates the base of every outfit. And even though it's not seen, it's one of the most important pieces of clothes we own, and everyone needs it. As I was explaining it, I was thinking about all the roles I've taken in my previous projects, and it fitted me so well. I was always at the backstage of all the action. I was the programmer that developed the product, but I was never the one presenting it or talking about it in any way. However, I was fine with it, as long as I knew that my teammates appreciated me and I knew that I created something meaningful, something impactful. At least I thought so. There are three big downsides to this approach. The first one is that you kind of get used to this laid-back stance and you end up mostly just passively listening to others without being able to express your own ideas. The second downside is very closely linked to the first one. At some point, you lose your confidence to speak up. That happened to me a lot of times. And the third one is that you won't feel remembered by others. Now, I don't want to sound like we have to have this constant validation, but we do need it sometimes because it's nice to be appreciated for our work. It's something that motivates us. And this goes hand in hand with us being able to express our own opinions. I realized that and I wanted to change. From that moment on, I didn't want to be an underwear anymore. I wanted to be seen. I wanted to be heard. I wanted to be a t-shirt. And so I knew that I have to fight with my fear of public speaking, and I have to learn how to present myself and my opinions. In the last year, I changed a lot. I stepped out of my comfort zone many times, and I tried a lot of new things. For example, I talked to random people on the streets, in the laundry room, or at my university. I've never done that, and so you can imagine how extremely uncomfortable and awkward it was in the beginning. But once I got the hang of it, it felt really nice. And I actually made a lot of new friends. And I heard so many interesting stories. And so I didn't just want to stop here, and I wanted to take a next step towards my dream. So I joined Toastmasters. I'm here to fight with my fear of public speaking, improvisation, meeting new people, and to build my confidence. I aspire to be a great leader one day, and that's because I know that I'm capable of that and because I believe in myself. And one last thing I want to share with you is the result of my interview. So I did got the job and I worked on this project for the past year. It was incredible and it changed me in a lot of ways. But one thing I'm most proud of to say is that in my team, I was not in underwear. Thank you.
Thank you, Tao.
Thank you.
It was nice first speech. You did it.